We have a very special grand opening celebration to share with you today. Hi, I'm Connie Vandeman Jeffrey, and this is All God's People. On May 30, 2024, our production team went to Riverside, California, along with officers from the Pacific Union Conference, to celebrate the grand opening of Vista de La Sierra. Vista de La Sierra has transformed land owned by the Seventh-day Adventist Church into a beautiful 80-apartment affordable housing community in the La Sierra neighborhood of Riverside. This innovative housing community is the result of a partnership between National Corps, Mercy House, and the Pacific Union Conference. Vista de La Sierra will serve individuals and families who earn 30 to 60% of the area median income. It was an inspiring and thrilling afternoon, and through this report, I hope you will sense how important this project is to the entire La Sierra community.
La Sierra University Church got involved with this project a few years ago when my predecessor, Pastor Chris Oberg, was looking around, surveying the property, and beginning to get a vision of having a community where people, our neighbors without homes, could have affordable housing.
This project has history from about 2012 when I asked Ted Benson, our former treasurer at the Union, hey, there's a building for sale on the corner, Golden and Pierce, we should buy it. And Ted said, what do you want to do with that building? And I said, we want to make it a community center, but we don't have $3 million. Within a few months, I learned the Union owned the building. I was sitting on the executive committee and I could see in the minutes of the meeting, oh, we own the building now. It was about 4 years later when I asked again, Ted Benson, what are you doing with the dirt? He said, what dirt? The dirt around your building. And Ted said, what do you have in mind? We were sitting up at Camp Cedar Falls. It was break from a board of trustees meeting. Ted and I moved over to the corner and I began to say how the mayor in Riverside was challenging the faith communities. Adventist Christians shouldn't be left out of this. Like, Ted, what are we gonna do?
She approached the conference and the university church got together with the union, and it just began to open up and opportunities happened.
And within a few months, the Pacific Union entered into a MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, with our nonprofit partner to turn this little parcel of land into a housing home, 80 units of affordable, attainable, supportive housing.
My name is Tony Mize, and I'm a Vice President of Acquisitions and Forward Planning for National Corps. And I want to welcome you to the grand opening of Vista de La Sierra.
At National Corps, we can't do this alone. I always say it takes a village of partners, and I am so happy to see so many partners here today.
Many of us were here almost 2 years ago when, for the groundbreaking, the ground was just starting to take shape. It's amazing what a couple years can do.
The Lord had a plan for this property, and in His time, He revealed it to us. The Lord has instructed us to care for those that are vulnerable, to clothe, to feed, to visit, to meet the need. Seeing so many organizations come together to do this small but mighty project has been very exciting for me personally, rewarding and humbling.
We need 2.5 million housing units by 2030. And out of those 2.5 million housing units, 1 million must go to those people who are homeless.
What a fantastic location for a child to grow up in.
Right.
You can walk to school, the library, your family can go to the park together, you can hop on a bus into town. This is really, really an incredible location.
Well, you guys do a great job on social services on that side, and you guys are eligible to apply. We can come with vouchers to and match for every unit you set aside as a No Place Like Home unit. We would match with a voucher to make that happen. And we had that partnership throughout the county to get, I think, last I checked, we were number 1 or number 2 in the entire state in securing No Place Like Home units.
In that journey is it's hard to get access to behavioral health care. You may have private, nice PPO insurance, and it's hard to get access to health care, especially behavioral health care. This model to bring care here is in alignment with our idea of right care, right place, right time. That someone doesn't have to go somewhere else, but they can get the supports they need where they live and not have to take the bus downtown to get access to that care.
When I lived in Arlanza, my dad was a steel worker out in Fontana, Kaiser Steel. My mom, my stepmom, worked at what was then Thrifty's up on Tyler. And, you know, a blue-collar family back then could afford to live here, could afford to live with some dignity. That's not the same anymore.
Hope Through Housing's goal is to transform lives and communities. And we do that by empowering our residents and giving them the skills and support they need to accomplish their dreams.
It's just such a blessing to be here. The place is nice. Everybody's really professional, and they carry themselves well. The maintenance guys are good. I mean, everything just clicks here. It's really nice. I just want to thank everybody in the department, that made all this come together. I just really want to thank them because I'm still here. I mean, I got some health issues, but if I was on the streets, there's no way, man, that I would probably still be around. It's just hard.
As a former resident of 4928 Hollyhock, the little house back here with the brown roof is where Theodore and I lived in 1967 and 1968 while attending La Sierra University. My husband and I never dreamed his vision for this property would finally become a reality. My husband's vision was to develop this property in providing a safe housing environment for families in the community. And I believe that this community here that has been built by partnerships, incredible partnerships, is a place where people can find wholeness again, and where that dignity that is innate in them can be fully realized and seen and experienced, and give them a future and a hope.
We just believe that we all get better together. When one of us is sick, we're all sick. When one of us gets well, we all get well. We can't sit on the sidelines and watch the crisis of housing and homelessness just walk by us without participating. And so for me, and what I saw for Ted growing up in this neighborhood, his eyes just lit right up like, yes, this is what the church is supposed to be doing.
And here we stand today on this amazing property where families who prior to this time couldn't afford housing now have a place to live.